Good morning, students. I'm explaining you the chapter The Beggar. The beggar is the story of the transformation of a beggar into a good person. The behavior of the woman made him live alcohol and led a good life. First, kind till do. A man was begging alms. He said that he had not eaten anything for the last 3 days. He did not even have 5 kopecks to pay for a room to spend the night at. He swore by God that he spoke the truth. He had been a school teacher in the village for 8 years but lost his job due to the conspiracy of his colleagues. For the last 1 year, he was without work. The advocate till before. An advocate named Sergi looked at the light brown colored coat of the beggar. The beggar had dull, darkened eyes. There were red spots on both his cheeks. Sergi felt that he had seen the man before. Now I till circumstances. The beggar continued that he got an offer of job in the state of Kalag in Russia. He did not have enough money to travel to the place. He wanted help, though he felt ashamed asking for it, but his circumstances forced him to do so. Sergi till remember. Sergi saw that man's shoes, both of them had wearing heel size. He remembered something. He said that day before the previous day, he had seen the same beggar at Sadove Street. Then the beggar had said that he was a student who had been removed from the institution and not that he was a school teacher. He asked the beggar if he remembered. Now, no till next page you. The beggar was shocked and spoke softly that was not possible. He reasserted that he was a school teacher and could show his document as a proof. Sergi said that he had lied enough. He added that the beggar had told him that he was a student and even told the reason for getting expelled from the institution. Sergi was full of anger and turned away from the beggar. He screamed that the beggar was dishonest, he was cheat, and Sergi would hand him to the police. Now next page. What Sir till work. The beggar confessed that he was lying. Not lying, he was neither a teacher nor a student. He had been a singer in the Russian group and was removed due to his drinking problem. He lied because people would not give him alms money if he had told them the truth. Sergi screamed at him and said that he could work instead of lying. The beggar said that he knew he should work, but there was no work for him. Sergi asked if he would chop wood for him. I am explaining you this full page, beta, page number 63. The beggar wanted to chop wood but said that even skilled woodcutters were out of work, so who would employ him for it? Sergi offered him work. The beggar replied that he would chop wood for him. Sergi said that his villager's willingness to work would be just soon. He walked off, rubbing his hand, and called the cook from the kitchen. He asked Olga to take the man to the wood street and let him chop wood. The beggar resembled a scarecrow. His reluctance to go said was signified by his act of struggling his shoulders. He followed the cook hesitatingly. He was hesitant because he was hungry and although he wanted to work, he did not feel energetic enough to do so. As he had promised Sergi, he had to go for work. He did not feel strong enough because he was under the influence of the alcohol and was not fit to do laborious work. Now the last paragraph. Sergi till do. Sergi went to the dining room to look outside the window. He could see the woodshed and this yard. He saw the cook and the beggar in the yard. They walked to the shed. The cook, Olga, started at the beggar angrily, pushed him with her elbow and shut the door. Now page number 64, next till ground. Then he saw the beggar who had lied that he had been a teacher sitting on a log of wood. He sat with his cheeks resting on his fist. Olga threw the axe towards him and scolded him. The beggar pulled the piece of wood towards him, placed it between his feet and hit it weakly with the axe. The wood shook and fell. He pulled it up again, tried to warm up his hands by blowing into them and again tapped the wood with his axe. He was careful not to hit his shoes or cut his fingers. The wood fell once again. Now Sergey till chopped. From here till here I am explaining you now for him. Sergey was not angry at the beggar any longer. He felt sorry and ashamed of himself to put the poor man at hard work in such a cold weather, despite the fact that he was not fit enough to do it. After an hour, Olga went to Sergey and told him that all pieces of wood had been chopped. Sergey was glad that the beggar had done the work. He asked Olga to pay him half a ruble. He added that she should tell him to come on the first day of every month to cut wood. They could give him some work. On the first day, till him on the next page. The beggar turned up for the first of the month and got a half a ruble, although he was heavily drunk and could not even stand on his feet. He went there for work often. He would do various jobs like shoveling the snow, set the wood in the shed, beat the rugs to remove the dust, and he earned 20 to 40 kopecks for it. Once Sergey gave him a pair of trousers too. Now page number 65 I am explaining. Sergey shifted to another house and hired the beggar to help in moving the articles like furniture. Now the man was not under the influence of alcohol. He was sad and remained quiet. He hardly took part in moving the furniture. He simply walked behind the vanes and his head hanging low and did not even pretend to be busy. He shivered due to the cold weather and seemed embarrassed when other workers made fun of him for being idle, weak, and laughed at his torn overcoat. When the work was completed, Sergey called the beggar. Well, I am happy till name. Sergey said that he was happy to see the change in the beggar due to his scolding. He gave him ruble for his labor and asked him his name. He had left drinking and was willing to work too. Now the full Laskov till month. The beggar replied that his name was Laskov. Sergey wanted to offer him better work and asked him if he could write. Laskov replied yes, he could write too. Sergey handed him a letter to deliver to a friend of his. Sergey would give a copy working to Laskov. He instructed him to work hard. They parted. Sergey was happy that he had reformed a man. He tapped Laskov on his shoulder and shook hands with him. Laskov went away with the letter and never returned. After 2 years, one evening, Sergey was standing at the ticket window of the theatre. He was buying a ticket. He saw Laskov standing next to him. He was well dressed, wore a coat, the collar was made of fur, and wore a cap made of sealskin. He was shy as he asked for a ticket of the gallery seat and paid off it coins made of copper. Sergey recognized Laskov and met him. He asked him how he was, what he was doing, and how everything was going. Laskov replied that he was fine and was working as a notary. He got paid 35 rubles a month. Thanks heaven. Till indeed. Sergey was glad and thanked God for reforming the beggar. He said that he considered Laskov to be a godson because it was due to his scolding that he was changed man. The day beggar had been at the feet asking for mercy. He was glad that Laskov did not forget his words. Now thank you till indeed. Laskov thanked him and said that if he had not made Sergey that day, he would still be lying and begging. He came out of the pain with the help of Sergey and was glad for help. He thanked till the last. He asked Sergey how he felt about the truth. Laskov continued that when he would visit the place to chop wood, Olga would scold him. She would feel sad for him and wept. She felt very sorry for him and would chop all the wood for him. Her behavior changed him. Just then the bell rang. Laskov moved to Sergey and left for the gallery of the theatre. Thank you, students.